Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Road to Chaos. Tonight we are playing Shadowrun, Dragonfall, the director's cut. This is our third instalment, so I hope you continue enjoying watching this blind playthrough. Hey to you in chat, I see you. You seem very excited, I'm very glad. So a little mini salute to you over there. I actually also have no idea how to say your name, so please forgive, I have noticed you. So yes, we are going to continue with the game. So last we left off, Wayha had, well, we had just gotten into the hotel, and basically we had just found a new Decker friend. A very interesting Decker friend who had decided to give us an in on a potentially lucrative break-in. So we are just so we've just entered a nightclub and hotel. So let's see what's in store for us in a moment. And there we go. Nice to see you, Tora. So here is our Decker friend here. His name's Blizz. And so yes, we are going to find out what interesting things we have in store for us. If you have any ideas of what we should do or anything interesting you want me to look at, let me know. We could have a look through this store if we wanted to. Ah, there we are. Knew there was going to be something around the corner. Oh, Wayha, you are not in a good shape. Let's get you behind here. So what we need to do is get Glory to give us a bit of a boost. Now this guy here, because this guy can do this lovely thing called Firebolt. Or we can just give Blizz some aim. That's generally quite useful as well. Go on then, Blizz. Let's see. Oh, we've got Iga over here. She's pretty much the toughest cookie. So let's see. Let's see what this new guy has to offer us. Nice. Who's this? We've got some corporate lady here. You're more than welcome on the stream, Tora. Yep, just, you know, that seemed pretty casual. Why not? So he's going to give Iga some oh, maybe we can't. Maybe we can't. So let's see if she can get a good aim shot on one of these two. Ooh, we've got a boss here. Watch out, guys. We've got a boss. Bye bye, boss. So Detroit, one of my favourite characters, who also sucks at throwing knives, by the way, is gonna throw at this goon. Why not? Told you sucked at knives. Let's see how far you can get, Glory. Ah, dear. You did not do that to Wayha. You did not do that to Wayha. She's coming after you now. Choo. Pretty good fight, except for Wayha being pretty banged up right now. So, We've got this door, or we have this door. Which door should we go through? 501 or mysterious door number without a number? What do you think? Mysterious door. I think you're right. There's something odd about this door when there's people just casually hanging out in front of it. Ah, so Blizz on the... Oh! Done. Wait, when did that thing get installed? Oh dear, guys, we've got bots. Take cover! I feel Wayha needs to get out the way. Wait, you can do... I think he can do a heal on her and get rid of most of her issues. If we give Iga as much of a boost to her... So we need Iga over here. So here we go. Iga's probably the toughest cookie out of a lot of them. Go on, Glory. Oh, look. We've got a troll as well. Destroy! Oh, can she interact with that? Do it! She hasn't got enough AP. It's sad. Get the Decker to interact with it. The panel seems wired to the physical security system in some way. Ah, he doesn't have drone control. Oh well, he can turn around and give a good amount of shooting, you know. Never a bad thing. Wayha, well, Wayha, you're not really... Oh wow, can he move? This guy can move. So let's see what we can do to damage wise to this troll, because otherwise it's gonna be bad. There you go, 14 damage. That did almost no damage to this guy. That is madness. Oh look, oh guys, because Dietrich is a mage. He's going to summon a typhoon. There you go, a typhoon. So the problem with spirits is they can choose to, if you don't manage to kind of down them in one go, they have a knack for basically going on a riot and killing whoever happens to be in the way. Since the troll is probably going to be the most dangerous out of a lot of them. We've got a lot of critical damage here. Ah! So a little bit of extraness here. We've got Bliss. It's a tranquilizing narcotic, so it reduces damage by 4 for 5 rounds and increases your strength by 1. Cram. It gives you +3 to AP, +2 to movement for 1 round. However, these can get addictive, which is why you don't want to use them too much. Also very expensive, you know. So let's get this guy behind cover. Yeah, trolls hit hard. Which is why you want to be a bit careful with certain things like trolls. Yeah, let's get the dangerous one. Let's down. We gotta get the dangerous one down. Iga. Let's go. Oh wait, I forget. You've also got things like shotguns, and shotguns are great. Bye bye, troll. Now, Glory, she's a special type because she is a cybered character. Cyberweb generally makes you very strong, but it comes at a cost to your humanity, which is why a lot of cyberwed people find it very difficult to actually talk to people who are humans or metahumans. Let's see. There we go. So our spirit, Typhoon, had a chance to escape, but did not, which is good, because we don't want it to escape just yet. So yeah. I am actually going to wait until Dietrich has done some of his arrow throwing action and failed miserably. Again, Iga. Her entire job is to be a sniper. She is pretty good at it. And just like that, she shows just how good she is at sniping. So there you go. So we got Glory. Glory is going to go attack this other little drone here. It's kind of adorable and kind of sad that we can't steal it, but you know, needs must. Bye-bye drone. And the Typhoon, now no longer needed, has returned to the spirit realm. This is what the troll was living in? Poor guy. We know, guys, this is going to go bad. Oh, okay, so this drone is not yet attacking us. Let's find out what's in here then. Bliss, okay. Hello, drone. Yes, of course I'm taking the drone. My drone now. And more things. More loot, guys. Loot. So we also got Jazz. Jazz is a performance-enhancing drug in the game. And here we have managed to get into the safe. 1,423 new yen. Always nice. What else? Please let it be a med pack. Nitro. Not quite what we wanted, but it'll work. So let's get out of here before we get shot up a bit more. I no doubt as soon as I turn this corner, or mysteriously this toilet door is now open. Yeah, why not? Let's look in the toilet. Sometimes, as weird as it may sound, sometimes there are things in the toilet which are useful. Not today, however. You know what? We're going into 501. Oh, there we go. Advanced. Well, we pick up a drone and we got an advanced drone repair kit, so swanky. Anything else to pick up? Any more loot? Nope, no more loot. Well, we better skedaddle whilst we get the chance. Come on then. Let's go. I say, do we need to do anything? So we've actually done literally everything we need to do here. So let's get the hell out. You know, generally a good idea. Hey, thanks for the assist. I can't tell you how happy I am to leave this place. Keep your face, it was just business. Happy to help. Must have been terrible to be stuck in there. Yeah, that last one would not be fun. Well, there's no picnic, I'll tell you that much. Say, you wouldn't happen to need a Nova Hot Decker, would you? Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. Well, I'm not a decker. So, do we employ this Blitz guy? He seems to have some nice skills, which is not a bad thing. And having a decker is never a bad thing either. So, we could in fact, have this new guy, which I'd be more than happy to have. I'm gonna have him. Excellent, fantastic. I promise you won't regret it. Blitz has joined the team. Woo! I need to complete another nuthead, but it should be fun. So yes, your team makes it back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on the return trip to the Crucible, leaving the filth of Dragon Crypt far behind. But the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You lift one of the discs that you pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off its surface. With luck, you will soon have the answers you've been looking for. So we need to get back to our fixer and see what craziness he comes up with. See if there's anything interesting on these discs. Let's go. As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. So, you can not only advance your own character, but you can also advance your other characters, which is really good. So yeah, at each advancement level, you may choose one of 2 possible combat skills for each of your runners. I must choose wisely, apparently. So this guy, he runs a charity. This guy's an old fellow who doesn't have anything much to do. We're gonna go see our fixer and go to our safe house. So here's Blitz. He seems to have made himself at home. That's good. Let's have a chat with him. Why not? Blitz looks up at your approach. The table beside him is littered with cigarette butts. A data jack cable dangles from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief. You needing something? Just checking in. You do alright? Now that you've all said in, I've got some questions. Any thoughts about the last run you'd like to share? Catch you later, Bliss. Well, you know what? Let's ask some questions, because, we've hired this guy, we don't know a lot about him. Bliss glances wistfully back at the toner on the table, then turns back with a sigh of resignation. I suppose, but try to keep it short, okay, Chief? I've got things to do. How long were you in Dragon Crypt? I ended up there after an anarchist revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realise how good I was. How much money I could have made working in the shadows. He shakes his head, wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with a gang crowd, and that was that. Yeah, let's not poke the fact. We already know he's pretty much high on drugs and anything. Thanks. He turns back to Turner. Take care, Chief. I think we'll ask him a few more probing questions a little later. So let's see where our fixer is. So Dietrich is here. Dante. Hey, Tora, you'll love this. Look at this gorgeous dog. You look down at the pair of bright eyes set into a scruffy face looking back up at you. Dante, Monica's dog. Looking down at those huge brown eyes, you can see intelligence and sadness. On some instinctual level, he must know his master's gone. Dante lets out a small whine, then rubs his head against your leg. Oh, we've got to pet him. Yay! Woof. Dante, best character. Aimsill's expression is harder than you've seen it before. When he speaks, his voice is grim. Iga has told me of Green Winter's death. She said that he died in the same manner Monica did. I've seen worse. She shouldn't have done that. Speaking for the team is my job, not hers. Let's not be an arsehole. It wasn't a pretty sight. I know that you and Iga have your differences. I will tell you that she was badly shaken by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package full of old discs. May I see them? Of course. Good God. Gingerly, Amzel lifts the disc from the bundle and holds it to the light. Slowly begins to turn it in his hands, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. Now, bear in mind, guys, this is like the floppy disk in this world. And for all of you who are far too young to know what a floppy disk is, it's the save icon. That's what it is. It's a DVD-RW, a data storage medium from the mid-200s. I'm amazed that Winters was able to find a device that could play it. Do you know how we can read these things? In a DVD player. He puts the DVD in his hands and quickly inspects the others. The first disc I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. The information. We need the information. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little shop outside, the Data Haven. Talk to the proprietor, Mallet Holly. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. There's some really sassy options here. Like, some really sassy options. I'm on it. You know what? We should probably talk to Iga. I know she's a bit of a grumpy so-and-so, but, you know, might be worth just checking in. Oh. Iga glares at you, and you can taste the bile in her stare. She clearly still blames you for Monica's death. Something I can do for you, fearless leader? And we need to talk to Monica. Yeah, you can apologise for that little outburst you had in front of Paul and the rest of the team. You're worried about me, Iga? You're wrong about me, Iga. I intend to prove that to you. Okay, so she's still really super salty. Even though it totally wasn't Wayha's fault. Let's talk about Monica. Why not? Not right now, we don't. Don't push me on this, Wayha. One of these days, we're going to hash this out. You can talk all you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends, but it won't be today. Fair enough, but before I go, I have something else to say. Well, alright, I get the hint. I'll give you your space. Again, I'm trying to get on this person's good side. She is an orc who can probably rip my character's arms off. So, you know, let's not do that. So yeah. This is where I can store all the interesting things, like Nitro, which ups your strength and willpower, but minuses your intelligence and charisma. So you really want to be careful using that when you might want to try and talk yourself out. And Bliss is very, very good for reducing damage, so that's always good. And I had a drone in here. I'm pretty sure I had a drone in here. So Dante follows my character around. Let's go find this guy who can help us read these DVDs. Because shock horror, we don't have DVD players in this world anymore. There you go, guys. This is what this lady does. Malit Holly. Let's go. Welcome back. What can I do for you? I'm looking for something that can play back a DVD-RW. I acquired this drone. Can you get it up and running again? So, you know what? Let's do the DVD first, then we can have a look at the drone as well. Really? That's old tech, very old. In fact, just a moment. Oh, look. She turns to rummage through a bin of obsolete components in the back of her stall. Ah, yes, here we are. The dwarf wrestles a mid-sized flat-screen display out of the bin. This display has old enough hookups to connect a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. The player itself, though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. There's a scavenger there, a primitive man with crude disposition. If anyone here in the crystal world can help find your DVD player, he can. But he will most certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. She takes a deep breath and smiles at you. But you're not here for gossip. Shall we conclude our business? I could give you the display for, say, 200 yuan. Paul Amsel says charge it to his account. Ah, very well. Well, I will have it packaged up and delivered to Air Amsel straight away. Best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. So I'm also going to chat to her again and see if she can fix a drone. Yeah, probably. It might take a bit of doing though. I love working on these old corp drones. Can't get you any guarantees. But either way, it's on the house. I will leave it in your hands. I'll start on it, work on it. See you later. There you go. So she's gonna have a look at the drones for us, and she's also got a screen that can play DVDs. So that's good. How are you guys doing in the chat? Is the sound still good? So it's down here somewhere. Ah, junkyard, here. Scrotty. That's a very interesting name. A stout old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with to squint through thick old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with a oil-stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavily accents with German tonality. Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Malik tells me that you're a man to speak about DVDs. That little shrew sent you my way, eh? Scrotty's smile broadens. Will wonders never cease? Well, introductions are in order, I suppose. Scrotchy Butchman, at your service. The old man raises a grimy hand in salute. Need something salvaged? Some old components, villaged? I'm indeed your man. Wonderful. How about that DVD player? Well, let's see. I think I've got something that'll work for you. Scrotty rumbles through the junk heap on the table beside him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shape from the pile. Ah, here we go. An old Korean player I dug up last week. 2010 model. A real beauty. Scrotty smiles broadens as he gives you a conspiring wink. I'll fix you up. And got her running, but without any disc to read, I've mostly been using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much do you want for it? Scrotty glances back at the DVD player, a rueful expression on his face. Well, I'll admit, I'm a little loath to part with her. There are plenty of folk out there who would really appreciate an older player such as this. I don't know what your intentions are for it. I suppose given the time and trouble I took putting her together, that I'd be willing to part with her for, say... Scotty's eyes dart over your gear and a calculated expression on his face. About 500 yuan? So, yeah, I could... how much money do I have? Okay, so I do have the money for it. What do you say, guys? Shall I be a bit of an arsehole in this one? Shall I just take it from him, or shall I give him for 500 yuan? You guys in chat. I mean, I'm loath to spend 500 yuan on a DVD player, which I don't even know if it works yet. So, You know what? I can't be nice to everybody. No, I'll give him a problem if necessary. Scrotty blinks with a bit of surprise, but his beard betrays no movement in his face. You just... All right there, friend. He picks up the ancient device on the table, gingerly presses it into your hands. The plastic is scuffed and worn and rattles a bit when you move it. A hell of a deal. Yeah, daylight robbery. Anyway, happy knowing that she's going to see some use. Give her some good use, alright? I mean, if it doesn't work, I'm coming back here and whooping your ass, but, you know. Can't always... I'll be nice when I can be nice. And he hasn't done anything wrong, per se, so we'll have to have a look. Here we go. Ah, here we are, pool. Well, looks like everybody's here for a chat. It seems that Ansel has assembled a team in your absence. They stand in a group around the old display that you had Malit deliver. On their faces you can see excitement and apprehension, curiosity and dread. Wayha, have you procured a DVD reader? I have. It's right here. Good. This should only take me a moment. Ansel disappears behind the ancient display. After a few minutes of fiddling with its battered inputs, he reappears with a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Start the damn thing already. Wayha went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let's do her the honours. Ansel steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. You know what's going to happen, right? It's just going to explode or something crazy like that. Well, start with track 1. Why not? The screen goes black. A cheerful digital chiming sound spills out of the display speakers. A crackle of static fills the air. A couple of shrill electronic whines. After a few moments, the display goes live. A dishevelled-looking young man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is 20:34:09:15. This is Adrian Von Clare. Hermie, I think we found her after all this time. First swing. I knew she wasn't dead. His voice is jittery. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She survived Dragonfall, just as I've already said. I knew it, and I was right. The screen explodes into static, and the electronic whine in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. Poor Dante. The screen clears, and the excited face is closer to the screen than ever before. The words spill out of him in a breathless tide. Taking the team into the socks to retrieve her. The radiation to be damned. We will take appropriate precautions, of course, but we must go. Hermie, I think that the body may be nearby as well. Somehow she has survived for all this time. The screen explodes into static again, then clears. This figure flickering across the screen. May not be back for some time. Look after Mum, okay? I'll worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know that things are heating up in Berlin, and I know you. Student protests, civil uprising. You'll be in the middle of it all, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the socks, but I do know one thing. The Firewing is still a danger. I will put an end to her once and for all. So guys, the socks. It's about where Luxembourg is in the Shadowrun universe. And it's full of radiation. Like, mad amounts of radiation. So there you go. He's going to be heading off into some pretty interesting places. So there you go. Track 2. The screen goes black for a moment. Then a figure appears on the screen. Your late client, Green Winters. His elbow is planted on the table that he's seated at, and his chin rests on his palm. The other hand is wrapped around a bottle of cheap whiskey. The timestamp on this video is 20:53:12:25. Found the message Adrian left me all those years ago. Got it cleaned up as best I could. Strange hearing his voice again. He pauses to take a long pull on the bottle. It's good to hear him, even if he didn't insist on calling me Hermie. Well, there you go. That's his name. Green Winters is Hermie. Dr. Adrian von Clare, the hero of the people, the dragon slayer. My brother. He grimaces and rubs his eyes. Hard to believe it's been almost 20 years. Alright, so I'm going to start recording these DVDs again. For me, for Adrian, for whoever might wind up watching them. Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time. But I keep doing it anyway, on the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble onto a clue that leads me to my brother, I know I'm going to want to fit it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years, all this time and still no leads. Even with all of my contacts and all of my resources, he takes another long swallow of cheap liquor. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress whatsoever. At all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn thing. Want to hear something funny? The closest I've gotten to a clue was a rumour. Apparently a team emerged from the socks a while back. Nobody's clear on the date, but... And get this. He leans into the camera and gives a conspirator wink. Supposedly, they've vanished without a trace. He upends the bottle, drains it, slams it back on the table, his eyes rimmed with red. Not much of a rumour, considering I already know that you're gone, big brother. I live with that every day. Abruptly, Winters leans forward and reaches for something off screen. This display goes black. Well, there we go. So, Von Clare and Winters are brothers, and Von Clare has been disappeared for quite a while. There's a grinding sign for the DVD trade, and Green Winters image appears on the screen. There's an eager look on his face. Timestamp on the video: 20:54:10:12. Stumbled upon this archival footage of the Fairwings' original attack months before Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people by bringing her down. I've got the footage all queued up to play. Starting it now. Additional comments to follow. The slow whir of the DVD player shifts to a high-pitched whine. A distorted, wavering image blooms into being on the screen. A timestamp in the upper corner of the screen marks the date, July 6th, 2012. Nice to see you too, Yasin. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. The screen is dark and smoky. The telltale flashes of emergency vehicle lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in, and you can make out two figures standing in the ruined landscape. All at once, the sound cuts in. Again, for those of you just joining, we are coming to you from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the dragon Frostwing launched an unprovoked attack on this sleepy Harz mountain town, and you can see the results behind me: fire, ashes, and blood. We are joined today by a survivor of this latest and most horrific attack. The reporter turns to a pale man standing beside him. Sir, I understand you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. The camera switches focus to a middle-aged man with a haunting look in his eyes. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you tell the people at home about your experience of the attack? It was terrible. Just pure chaos. So many people are dead. People I knew, roasted alive or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family. We have nothing now. You all made it through the attack, though. Your wife, your kids? Yeah, we all made it, thank God. We rode out the attack in a smaller shelter. Me, my wife, and our 2 daughters. The shelter, it protected us, but the heat was just unbearable. We couldn't have stayed in there much longer than we did. How long were you holed up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours. I don't know. We just stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. And what happened after that? When it was over, you know, when the air cooled down, the reporter nods and the man continues. We stepped outside. There was nothing left, just smouldering wreckage and this dense cloud of black, oily smoke, and the stench in the air. God, that smell. It smelled like roasting meat. There's a long pause. From the tortured look on his face, you can tell that the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually, he does. My girls, they found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, or what was left of it, was slumped against the shelter door. I kept telling her that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in. But that isn't true. I couldn't bring myself to open that door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her, not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us. Yeah. You heard it here. An absolute chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash. Another victim of the fire wing. Stay with us for more up-to-date minute reports on the swirling reign of terror. Green Winter's face reappears on the screen. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrian's a complete dead end. That much is pretty clear by now, so I'm going to do some digging on the first wing instead. Let's see where this goes. The screen abruptly goes black as the video cuts off. Yep, Road to Chaos. That's kind of how... Well, I like the word chaos. It's actually my favourite word. One of my favourite words. But yeah, more chaos. And to be honest, we're in an anarchist state of Berlin. I expect nothing less. And today, I'm doing very well. Yes, and thank you. It's been a good day. Nice and organised and lots of productivity. And I get to play this game and talk to you lovely lot. So that's always good. Onwards, track 4. The DVD player ramps up speed, filling the air with a shrill whining sound. Green Winter's image appears on the screen. Timestamp for the video reads 20:54, 10:31. Well, that was a bust. Little progress on the first ring either. He shakes his head. I don't know, it's weird. The information there is just wrong somehow. It's not well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy, and this just feels a little too neat. Yes, productive, Yasin. I'm very productive, thank you. What happens when you have friends in the chat? That's not the only thing I have nagging at me. I'm getting that tingly feeling all up and down the back of my neck again. It feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hotshot like Clockwork or Schaefer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my scent. Gotta install some new security measures. Can't be too careful. Winter's image display and disappears and the display goes black. Well, somebody's getting all tetchy. Then the face of Green Winters winks onto the screen. He is seated at a computer off to his left. An enormous monitor fills the screen. His voice carries an edge of panic. The timestamp on the video reads 20:54, 11:09. Christ, I'm getting too close to something. There's a trail of bodies, and there have been disappearances. Gearbox, Marchen, Peregrine, they've all disappeared within the last few years. Gearbox went AOL yesterday, and they were making the same sorts of inquiries about the fire wing that I have been. There are ghost stories spreading around about the Decker community. Stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff. I'm starting to think that it's true. Blitz leans in to whisper at you. I know the stories he's talking about, Chief. Never pretty put much stock in him. Not till now. Could these rumours be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid? He pauses a moment, as if seriously considering the question. Then he shakes his head and slams his fist on the table. No, I think not. Something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it. Well, that's a bit of a leap. Typical Iger. One other thing. Toy Story told me a story about the kill team that might be related to all this. Apparently a decker named Harebrained posted a theory about the first swing to the Shadowrun BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in meat space and cooked the entire apartment with her in it. What if Toy Story told me was true? Harebrained live posted the event. She described her killer, this great big orc with skin grass. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Leap, Igerlove? Sounds like he's been on the right track to me. Yeah, go Dietrich! Iger holds her silence, but concedes to the point with a small nod. On the screen, Winter pauses. He looks like he's working up to something. Finally, he speaks. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This has got to be the first swing. All of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive. And she's out in the socks. Out of the socks. She's covering her tracks, working the shadows, preparing to rise again. And that means I have to find you, Adrian. For everybody's sake. Thankfully, I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtraced all the Matrix nodes that Harebrained was looking into, back before she got cut. Whoever's been purging the Matrix didn't think about that, and I found that she turned up. Winter stabs a few keys on his keyboard, and an image expands to fill the screen of the monitor. A satellite photo of a rural landscape, annotated with GPS data. A set of map coordinates. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Harfield Manor, conveniently located on an isolated stretch of countryside, miles away from prying eyes. Matrix records indicate some sort of data vault exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into. And this is where we came in. As if on cue, a familiar image winks onto the monitor. To Winter's left. Monica. I think I'm going to tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever security they're running out there. And she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her some line about the Flux State security, and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. Poor Amsel is pissed. On display, Winter's mouth parts into a broad grin. Time to put plans into motion. By the time tomorrow night, I should have the information I need. And on the off chance that Schaefer gets taken out, well, that'll tell me something too. Can't make an omelette and all of that. Until then. Oh, so this guy is messed up. So, probably a good thing that he did not survive. Because we don't like him. I don't like him. Oh, track 6, guys. When you play the 6th track, a small video window appears. You recognise the scene in the window. You are looking at the tattered drapes and nicotine-stained wallpaper of Winter's hotel room at Das Kresselhaus. The timestamp on this video reads 20:54:11:10. There's a blur of motion and the haggard form of Green Winters lumbers into the frame. Suspicions confirmed. Schaefer dead. Christ. Winters reaches a shaking hand off camera. A moment later he returns, clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He gulps back something, wiping his mouth with the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up. Slow down. Start from the beginning. Winters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Got the call from my contacts in the Crucible. Schaefer killed on the estate run. Matrix security at that estate cooked her brain. Considering Schaefer's skill and experience, on-site IC must have been extreme, even by Berlin standards. Security of that costs money. Real money. Given the evidence uncovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to Firewing is too strong. So, let's come right out and say it. The dragon is what we're dealing with here, and the smart money says she's coming for me next. Well, we did kind of find him in a bad state in his room, so the guy's smart enough to know. Well, I won't go down without a fight. I still got my contacts, still got my connections, and the flux state can be a hell of a weapon for a man who knows how to manipulate it. Winter takes another long pull from his glass, grimaces and swallows. Time to me to make my play. Ghost stories or no, missing Decker or no, I've got to jack into the Matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures I've installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for the 20 minutes I'll be in there. Winter drains the rest of his cup, then tosses it back over his shoulder. A moment later, you hear the dull clattering of hard plastic on lino. Schaefer's death was tragic. She was a staunch supporter of the F-state, but still, all things considered. Winters fishes something off screen. A moment later, he reappears clutching a data jack cable. Better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head, and the screen cuts to static. Oh, guys, we all know what happened after that. As your finger nears the eject button, a black screen cuts in over the static. A moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess they caught up to me. They'll be after you now, too. Well, Blitz whispers in your ears again, more harshly this time. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came here? Let's do that. We didn't know. Not exactly. Not exactly. I didn't come here to get hunted by a dragon. I'm not even a part of this. You are now. Whether you like it or not. So quiet down and stop bothering her. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Von Clare. Not because he's my brother. Because if First Wing is rising again, he's the only one who can stop her. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead and dozens of others have died. You'll be next unless you can find Adrian. The screen cuts to static. The message is over. The DVD tray slides out of the reader. Well, guys, that was dramatic. So yeah. Just sort of seeing a couple of a message in the chat. So Shadowrun is it's sci-fi. So we've got dragons, we've got elves, we've got trolls, we've got metahumans. We've also got magic and advanced technology. So it's kind of like the idea that of a dystopian future where magic and technology both exist in collaboration. So there isn't the internet. We've got the Matrix instead, and you can have things that live in the Matrix, like IC, which are like the Matrix version of antibodies. So lots of complicated doodads, really. The room goes quiet as everyone struggles to process what you've just seen on the DVD. Finally, Dietrich breaks the silence. A dragon. Son of a bitch. Green Winters set us up against a dragon. The Firewing. She lives. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just stay at that hotel. Wait a second. We don't know for certain, The evidence seems pretty convincing to me, love. I'll even take it a step further. I think that secret facility we stumbled into was her lair. The room falls silent. Iger and Gloria exchange glances. After a moment, Dietrich continues. Just think about it. The decker that Winter got those coordinates from was posting about the first ring. Then she gets killed by the same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. That direct link between the dragon, the scarred orc, and the half-failed manor. And then Winters is killed by the same thing that killed Monica. Exactly. My gut tells me that the dragon is down there, Wayha. Someplace far beneath the surface. I think we just knocked on the door to her lair without even knowing it. And I think, given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay, going on the assumption that there is a dragon and that she will come after us, what do you propose we do about it? Iger, you're so salty. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to the Winters of Ice and go find Von Claire. So we can either find Von Claire, go kill a dragon, or ask for suggestions. Considering that I've played a lot of Shadowrun, going and killing a dragon is actually pretty difficult. Although I'm going to ask for suggestions first, because it seems like a good leadership thing to do. What we need is information. I think we should pick up where Winters left off. We need to find Von Claire. And how are you planning to do that? Winters spent 20 years searching for him, and it got him nowhere. With the help of an information broker. Go talk to Ortog then. Let me get back to the coffee shop. Yeah, that's well, one member of the chat wants me to go kill a dragon, you know. Well, let's check the coffee shop, but for this, no. Well, Air Bergazzi is very capable. The task of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to make contact with the premier information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Bliss scoffs at Ansel. Alice, best of luck. And I hope you're rich. For this, rich enough, if only just. Who is this Alice? A most prominent figure in Berlin's shadow community. Ex-Stockenweller writers. She provides information retrieval for the F-state. Ansel turns to the computer console behind him and runs fingers over a virtual keyboard. The machine begins to hum. If Winters was right, if Von Claire is still alive, she can help us find him. Armored troll, tough. Dragon can literally burn you alive, and well, in RP terms, can change your luck and can use magic. Basically, it both is a tank of the group, a tank with magic. Take a couple of capital sips and some laser guns. Yeah, we're Shadowrunners. We don't have that sort of firepower. In fact, we don't even want the police involved, because otherwise we'll probably get arrested. The console spits out a stick of black plastic. Ansel plucks it from the computer and hands it to you. Here, your key to speak with Alice. A cred stick? An encoded cred stick, yes. 10,000 new yen. Alice will not show her face or less. This represents the last of my personal savings, Wayha. Make this meeting count. Where do I need to go? 10,000 yen? Just to talk to her? Sounds like a fair trade to me. Yeah, just to talk to her, that's going to be a lot. Her standard fee. Alice is in a position to ask it, and we're in no position to argue. Just like I said, why doesn't anyone listen to me? Where do I need to go? Take the U-Bahn to the Altstadt Spandau. There you will find a connecting tube that the locals refer to as the rabbit hole. You will need to find a method of contacting Alice there. Don't call it that in front of her though. Word on the street is that she hates it. We don't have a rocket launcher in this. Not in this one. Please hurry. Whilst you're out, I will work on acquiring new contracts for the team. Alice is the best there is at what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. Well, before we go, I'm going to spend my karma. Because karma will help me do things. Now, of course, we're going to be going in to talk to this girl. And try and hopefully get as many things out of her as possible. So I suggest that, you know, perhaps doing that might be the most sensible. So, which one should we go for? I'm going to go for Shadowrunner. Or should I go for security? Shadowrun or security, guys? Which etiquette shall I learn? I've already got gang etiquette. Which one should I go for now? Corporate is useful, but not useful for what we need. Academic, not particularly useful for what we need. Street, maybe, but definitely not socialite. Well, vote is Shadowrunner, so Shadowrunner it is. So what do we get? We don't get anything special for that. Yeah, by the way, if you're a troll, you can only max out your charisma to 6, sadly. So now that we've got a charisma of 4, that seems like a decent amount. What we might want to do is increase our combat, because obviously, being that we are an adept, we tend to fight things. So let's do. Can we do that? Yeah, I think we can do that. I don't know if we can do this. Maybe. Hold on. Ah, okay. I didn't have enough karma. Right, and go down here. Shadowrunner. Confirm. Awesome. So we've got. We've upped our close combat. just for close melee, you know, because go and attack a dragon with a knife sounds like a great plan. We have no reason for decking or rigging because we are not a rigger, and we can save the rest of it. We don't even summon spirits, so we're not even that cool. What do the others have? No, we can't do that. Oh well. Well, let's go and talk to this weird Alice person. You are so cruel. It's not that bad. So let's go talk to Alice, the mysterious Alice. Bet she's a robot. I like that Dante's coming with me. It makes me feel better. So, where are we going? Okay, so this must be the terminal then. The only active console in this direct span of the U-Bahn platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor set to the machine's cabinet glows invitingly. Cheerful, pixelated graphics swirl and dance on the screen. Well, let's check it out. At the base of the controller panel, you find a cleverly hidden import port. The port is shrouded in a black plastic and appears to be the approximate shape of a typical cred stick. Don't think it's actually a video game. No, I think this is actually her way of disguising. Shame. Could have Mario Kart. Or like, I don't know, Donkey Kong. Well, let's put in credit stick, see if Alice turns up. Internal motors grip the credit stick and pull it into the machine. It disappears into the port and the screen goes black. Moments later, a video image fills the screen. The picture is dark and grainy, a far cry from the bright, colourful sprites that previously inhabited the display. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an old detective movie. From the Venetian blinds on the windows to the great swaths of shadow that paint the walls black. Centre stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, is the silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in a charcoal grey suit. The tip of a cigarette glows cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light and you catch your first glimpse of Alice. Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted with a frigid blue, but the look in her eyes is even colder. A head of a lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. She exhales a plume of smoke, then tips her cigarette into a nearby ashtray. She fixes her eye on you. Her lips curl into a humorless smile. We're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need you to find someone for me. Dr. Adrian von Clare. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer? Interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Should I be surprised that she recognises his name? Not really. Well, let's... Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? She looks at you in the eye. A smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. He could be living under an assumed name in California Free State, and I'll track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Alright, I'm satisfied. Let's talk about the job. Shame I don't have decking. But, I'm not a decker in this particular playthrough. Alice steeples her fingers. Alright, here's how it's going to work. When you give me the go-ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I've finished, you're going to bring me a cred stick encoded with an encryption key that I'll provide you. That cred stick will have 50,000 new yen on it. 50,000? Are you joking? When I get my cred stick, you get your information. This is the deal. Take it or leave it. 50,000 new yen? Do you know what kind of money that can buy? Price gouging, huh? For a neo-anarchist, you behave an awful lot like an old world profiteer. I'm 50,000. I only have like 1,000. Yeah, I have 1,000 new yen. Why not? Apparently, I know a lot better than you do, sport. Do you know how much work it takes to find a digital ghost? There's going to be wet work. Breaking into government archives. Hell, I might even have to commission an expedition to the socks. This is a serious undertaking, friend. Now, do we have a deal, or don't we? Alright, Alice, we have a deal. Okay, but remember, you say go, and I go. From that point, you're on the hook to pay me my fee. No turning back, no refunds. Are we square on this? I don't see what choice I have. I need that information. To hell with it, I'll pay whatever you want. Yeah, don't say that to that. Yeah, let's not give her the option of making us pay more. I don't see what choice I have. I need that information. Good. I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Moments later, the machine reboots. A colourful sprites that you saw when you first approached the arcade return. There's nothing more to see. Here, Alice is gone. Well, there you go. Also, I just found some more drugs. Just casually just wandering around. But, yeah, so Alice. Yeah, I couldn't get the right picture. I couldn't get the right picture to make her blonde. But, hey, you know what? Maybe she had dark hair previously and she dyed it. Let's be honest, it's pretty easy to do. That's the excuse I'm going for. She dyed her hair. I was hoping I could, like. Yes, Wayha, did you make contact with Alice? Yes, I did. She accepted your payment and ordered the search for the information we need. Very good. I can't imagine this will be cheap. What was Alice's stated price? You're right on that count. 50,000 new yen. He shrugs. It's about as much as I expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I have established contact with a number of new clients. You can find information on jobs logged on your mission computer. One job file is on there already. While you're working to earn Alice's fee, I will continue to dig clues for the first swing. If she is, in fact, roosting under Halfville Manor, there must be some evidence to support that fact. A dragon is a large thing to hide, after all. Be careful, Paul. Remember what happened to Monica. I will never forget. Don't worry, Wayha. I'm going to conduct my investigation the old-fashioned way, through contacts and deduction and careful observation. I will not jack into the Matrix until this entire sorry episode is finished. That's probably wise. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, Mollet is working to recover information off those other DVDs. It's a painstaking process, and it will not be quick, but she's optimistic, and that she will be successful in time. Finally, I've been checking up on our friend, the orc with the skin grass. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll keep you appraised of the situation as the situation develops. Sounds good, Paul. I'll go check on those jobs. One last thing to go before you go away, huh? Samuel Breckenspur wanted me to pass on a message. Do you know him? The orc who runs the shelter across the way? Yeah, we've met. Ah, well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me, but promised that it would prove worth your time. I'll keep it in mind. See? Being nice to people helps. Even though it could be so easy just to be a complete and utter arse. Which, let's be honest, is quite easy in this game. Maybe I'll be an arse in another one. Hey, boss. What can I do for you? How are you holding up? You seem to be taking Monica's death harder than the others did. Dietrich shakes his head, a wistful expression on his face. Nah, no harder. I'm less buttoned up than the others. Igor will never let herself show any weakness. And Glory, well, she's too thrill a crone to feel much of anything. Me, I don't give a damn. I spent too much of my life putting on a show for others already. What do you mean by that? I used to front a punk band way back when. Believe it or not, I spent a pretty good chunk of my life on stage. Whenever they weren't playing, I was living up to our fans' expectations. Spouting off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid. Not a bad life, all things considered. Wait, you can sing. Nah, you'll find Yasin, don't worry. I want to hear this guy sing now. He regards you with a critical eye. I was the front man for a punk band, boss. Fuck no, I can't sing. But I wasn't half bad at riling up a crowd. What's your band called? Maybe I've heard of it. Oh, no, doubt it, boss. We never got any airplay. When did airplay have anything to do with good music? Fair point, boss. Alright, I'll tell you. The sound was Mesa Krampf, spelt just like it sounds, in big capital letter with an exclamation point. We weren't big at or anything. We sold a few records here and there, toured around Europe. Same story you'll hear from a bunch of old washed-up relics, I'm sure. We had a decent following in England, and we holed up in London from 31 to 36, spent most of our time slumming around the East End, and picked up enough Cockney to irritate the folks back home. Yeah, that'll probably do it. Truth be told, that whole chapter of my life is a bit of a blur. We didn't do it for the fans or the fame, and we sure as shit didn't care about the money. All that mattered to us was staying young and drunk and angry. And we managed the second two. Good God, where has the time gone? Anyway, everything ends eventually, and I washed my hands of all this years ago. So let's change the subject if you don't mind. Any thoughts about the last run you'd like to share? Well, we found Winters, that's something, I guess. This whole thing has got me uneasy, boss, but at least we have a direction to look in. So how did he go from fronting a band to running in the shadows? Wasn't as big a leap as you think. I already had a healthy disrespect for authority, and I had magic to back it up. One nice thing about shamanism, as long as you keep your idol happy, it doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me to be his servant, and as long as I was scrapping with something bigger than me, he didn't care whether I did it on stage or in the shadows. Who's this Dragon Slayer? That's an idol I haven't come across. Not much to tell. He chose me when I was a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, get rowdier than the rest. Of course my family didn't understand, but the hell with them, I thought. I knew that I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him, and I cracked the skulls of a lot of bad people, saw this, and was pleased, and rewarded me with magic. And I used that magic to crack bigger and thicker skulls, and so on. It's a simple life, but a good one. Well, so long, Diedrich. Take it easy, boss. See, he's one of my favourite characters. I think he's an awesome character, because frankly, he amuses me greatly. So, I am going to go talk to our shelter leader, because, you know, we helped him out not too long ago. And he says he has a job for us, so let's go talk to him first. Also, if we won't talk to anyone else, it's worth talking to him right now. See what we can get. So, Samuel. Hello, mein Fräulein. What can I do for you? I heard you wanted to talk about a job. I'd like to talk about your organisation. I heard you wanted to talk about a job. Yes I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. He takes a deep breath and slowly releases it and looks you in the eye. Tell me, do you know about the Humanist Poly Club? Not a lot. I don't pay much to politics. An meta-human hate group? Well, yes, they are. The largest and most well-funded of its kind. The instigators of the Night of Rage, the enemy of everything I stand for. Night of Rage? The worldwide race riot that took place in February of 2039, thousands of innocent metahumans were attacked, beaten and killed. Women and children were corralled into warehouses for protection and then burned alive, and the structures were put to the torch. This is what Humanist stands for. This is the agenda that the leaders strive to advance. They will not be satisfied until all metahumans everywhere are driven from the face of the earth. Oh yeah, there is a lot of racism in Shadowrun. Reason why all of my videos have a tag saying darker themes are present. There's a lot of racism. If you want me to go up against Humanist, it's going to cost you. Disgusting. And this job of yours has something to do with Humanist. Let's start with that first. Yesterday I overheard one of my assistants talking on his comm. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him and he confided in me. What he told me made my blood run cold. What did he tell you? His brother Tuck works for a smuggling operation in the Shattered. Apparently these smugglers have accepted a contract from Volsker Stahl. Stahl is a vicious ideologue and the leader of the Berlin chapter of Humanists. The cargo that smugglers are delivering includes a large quantity of extremely hazardous chemical agent. Naturally, this fills me with unease. Whatever Stahl has planned, it can't be good for us. I wanted to infiltrate the smuggling corporation that is delivering the shipment. Once you arrive at Humanist compound, you will find out what they're planning to do with the chemical and put a stop to it. What makes you think they'll talk to me? I know more human than you are. Many smugglers are metahumans. If you travel with them, Humanists will allow you into their compound. The rest will be up to you. Why would Humanists deal with a metahuman run operation? I have to admit, that's a good question. Presumably because they're the best option available. Stahl is nothing but, if not a pragmatist. He will work with metahumans when it suits him to do so. When he's finished them, he'll discard them and move on. Let's talk compensation. What does this gig pay? I have contacted sister organisation across Berlin, taken up a collection. Between us we have raised 22,000 yuan as payment. I trust this will be sufficient. Well, I don't have socialite, but to right. Let's go beat up racist organisation and make money. Excellent, I'm relieved. I'll make arrangements for your meeting with these smugglers. Their leader is an elf who calls himself Maxim. Take the U-Bahn to Straternest and you will find him waiting there. Well, there you go, guys. I think I am going to find out where I can find some medley kits, I think, because my character keeps on getting some pretty hard hits. Also, let's level up Igo whilst we're here. So I'm going to advance her sniper because, frankly, she is good. And oh, look, guys. Look. Considering he sucks at blades, I'm going to give him Meltdown. Because spells are great. In all frankness, I'm not very good at knowing the difference between those two words, frankly. Yasin, ideologue and pragmatist. I mean, I'd say that I was fairly pragmatic, but perhaps not to this nasty guy's one. Considering that Glory is generally being very useful as a pistol specialist, I'm going to give her that because she's generally very useful. We haven't got anything for our Decker yet, so let's see if we can find some more gear. Welcome back. You need weapons? Some ammunition, maybe? Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look what he's got. Ooh, look at these lovely ones. Well, I don't quite have the money to do that, but I do have a katana already, and my machete does better than my katana does better than that. We will, however, have a look at this lovely armoured clothing and consumables. We've already got grenades, we're fine. I think we will get some armour because, yeah, she keeps on getting smacked, and frankly she could do with not getting smacked so many times. Oh, there we go. What is this maintenance worker doing? I haven't seen this guy go around. Hey buddy, sorry to bother you, but I could use some help over here. You want to make a little extra scratch? Couldn't take long. Sure, what's the problem? Well, me and my buddy Victor got called in from the next cares over. Something's wrong with the sewers down here. Your local plumbers and mechanics are all useless. Vic and I talked to them, tried to get them to give us the maintenance schedule for your sewer pumps. They just scratched their heads at us. Said that all the machinery down there just took care of itself. My best guess is that your pumps have shut down. It happens from time to time without proper maintenance. When the pumps shut down, the waste starts piling up and it's causing some pretty major overflow problems. What do you want me to do about it? Well, Victor went down in the sewers while I was getting some stuff out. When I came back, well, I was about to climb down there, but I heard some awful screams. They went on, and then they just stopped. I froze up and nearly shit myself, to be honest. Didn't know what to do. I can't go down there, not after that. The problem is probably something basic. A clog that needs clearing, something like that. Restarting the pumps should take care of it. But no goddamn way I'm going in there. You'll have to do the job for me. I'll give you the new yen we were paid. If I don't need it. You can have it all. I can live without the money, but someone's got to fix those pumps before I leave. I'm going to find out how much money this is, because, 500 for a job that's this quick is good. Fine. You're a lifesaver, chummer. If you find Vicar, well, if he's still alive down there, tell him I'm sorry. Oh, why? Well, so yeah. Let's go to the sewer work and such. It's a lot easier. And you know what? I want my regular team. I like my regular team. My regular team are good. Actually, I'm not going to take Blizz because, well, he's a wuss. Because Blizz is a wuss. Doesn't want to take on a dragon with me. I'm going to take on a dragon. The sewers. A glossy labyrinth of tunnels and dead-end passageways make up the network of sewers beneath the crucible. You climb down the ladder into the shallow underworld and reel at the wave of foul smells that washes over you, clogging your sinuses and saturating your clothing. As your eyes adjust to the light, you find yourself standing at the edge of the narrow channel of murky grey-green water. The rush of churning water echoes down the tunnel. You catch a flash of motion in your peripheral vision, something man-sized moving fast, flitting across the far end of the tunnel. You strain your eyes to see it, but no avail. The thing, whatever it was gone. Well, this session will last until 10 o'clock. And yeah, that will do me. So yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion there may be this thing called ghoul down here, and if we have, oh dear. I really hope we don't, because ghouls are nasty and they might infect us. And I think we found a ghoul. I think there's ghouls around here now. Also, really creepy music. The corpse has been eviscerated. Its limbs have been torn clean off, and its ribcage is oddly deformed. The tattered shreds of a blue maintenance uniform hang loosely off his chest. That's pretty gross. You find a well-worn manual entitled... I'm not even going to try and read that. The book is filled with depictions of turbine and pump cross-sections, tools, and descriptions of maintenance and procedures. A few of the pages have been bookmarked with colourful bits of paper. Well, let's look at the... So ghouls are kind of the same idea. So ghouls, it's more... So people can get infected with different viruses. So different strains of different viruses and it can cause you to turn into different things. Vampires, ghouls, and banshees. There's all sorts of different creatures you can turn into. Ghouls is one of them, and requires you to eat humans. A lot of humans, and you tend to lose your brain a bit. Some ghouls do maintain some semblance of their humanity. Most do not. So here we go. We've got some numbers here. So we've got 822896, which is a turbine. Okay, so Oh, of course, this is already the yellow one. And the green one was, well, there's some notes, and apparently computer is really important for some reason. It's written in a completely different language. Well, let's keep the book, just in case. I still think this, the music is really creepy. See, told you, more people. Can I become a blob monster that eats nothing but toast? I don't think so. Yeah, that's another body there. That's been kind of half eaten. So we need to find out where these pumps are. You know. And hopefully not get eaten by a ghoul would be quite nice. Here we go. Here we go, guys. We found a door. Here we go. Well, something nasty's in here. Oh, well, let's go to operations control then. How did I know? How did I know, guys? Had to be ghouls. So, feral ghouls, as I said, pretty nasty. Let's get this guy. You really need to be very careful to not get eaten by these guys, because it will get bad. Oh, fire round, yeah. Oh, nice. Iger. Steady shot straight at this guy's face. 22 damage? Nice. Now, can we hit these? See, this is the problem. Ah, nice. Oh, here comes another one. So infection, this is the problem. Infection really is a problem. And if you don't do something about it, you're gonna die. Or you're gonna turn into a ghoul. Both are not very nice. Critical damage. Take an aim shot. Get this guy down. So let's summon a spirit. Might be a good idea. So this one is another typhoon. Awesome. Let's go. Woohoo! Nice. Good job. So this guy is he's kind of a bit stunned, but it's still not good. Fortunately, this guy is going to go after the typhoon. Oh no, this one's a bit beefier. So go on then, let's go after this guy. What's this? Oh yeah, this brings down the AP. So, ghoul down. Glory. Go, go, go. Critical damage. Burst fire right into this guy's face. Switch to your pump action. So he's also not feeling too great. So, why not? Heal yourself up. Oh, we still have. Yep, we still got it. We still got our spirit. That's good. Oh, this is not. This is not fun. Well, it's fun actually. It's very fun. Really, you missed the school with a sword? Come on, Wayha. Oh, let's do this. Actually, no, frag grenade. Frag grenade! So, right. So let's go for the... So his spirit hopefully will still follow us. Yeah, the spirit will still follow us. Good. Ooh, mana bolt. Why not? Slow this target down so he can't just go and attempt to get at everybody. No, Dietrich, you're my favorite. You're not allowed to die. Critical damage? Too right. Go on, Iger. Let's reload. And do a aim shot at this guy. Bye bye. Well, let's go and see what's on this computer, hey? So we need to restart the pumps. Self-turbine flow failed. It's been deactivated. Steady water flow has stopped. Pump test running. Pump is operation but not receiving full water flow from the southern turbine. Let's try number 2. Blockage detected. Okay, so this is where we need to go when we've actually, you know, done the things. Seems like there's, oh, a little bit of new in. Oh, we don't want to open this, but we need to open. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a thing. Let's pick up the thing. Oh, it's hyper. Okay. More drugs, guys. Yay! Don't do drugs, guys. It's bad. Bad for you. So, we know that this is where the computers are. We need to go restart the turbines, wherever the heck these turbines are. Is there anything this way? No, I don't think so. Okay. I wonder... Ah, look, over here. Maybe we hang back a little bit. Okay. What's the bet, guys? What are we going to do when we actually manage to start this? Pump operation have been rerouted to the facility's main computers. No, they haven't. There's been a blockage. We know there's a blockage. So we need to somehow fix these pumps. Oh wait, hold on. There's a thing over here. And probably somebody will eat my face, but you know, such is life. These meta-humans. Well, some of the meta-humans have been, well, it's going to be interesting. We've been to the pumps. I'm not entirely sure where we're supposed to go now. Let's go back to the control room. Maybe I'm missing something. So we've checked in there. I wonder if there's... This is interesting because I don't know how to actually... Well, guys, running around the sewers, you know, just casual. Although at the same time, we've only had one wave of nasties come after us, so this isn't anything we could fix here. No, apparently not. Ah! Found a turbine, guys. We found a turbine. It was in this room. Oh, wait. We know this one. Hold on. 822-896. Go! Yeah! Well, that's one. Oh, the game saved, guys. Why is it always when the game saves, when there's a game saves, there's always going to be things coming after you. Also, this guy has like the most amount of movement ever. Focusing your cheese so that you can do awesome things. Also, flanking is really helpful in this, because if you can flank in whilst you've got enemies, it can really lessen the amount of it can increase the amount of damage that you can do, and it means that it's much harder for them to dodge you. So let's get this guy then. And Glory, you're gonna go and burst fire in this feral ghoul's face. And Iga, being the sniper that she is, fails to be a sniper. I am disappointed. Ah! Stop coming after my characters. It's rude. Well, this guy hopefully will go down in a few. Can we get some more shots? Yep. That will do. Right, go on then. Go on then, man aboard. So if ghouls will generally go after the thing that's that did the most damage. We managed to restart one of the turbines, but as predicted, when you go restarting things and making a lot of noise, these guys come out to play. And they currently want to eat our faces, because ghouls like eating faces. It's very rude of them, but you know. Well, we haven't died yet. We're doing better. We're doing better. Go on, Glory. Take the shot. Boom! Well, that's one. That's one down. I'm suspecting that the next pump will be somewhere over here. Somewhere that I can't go poke at very easily. So that's where our computer core is. Where is it? So we've done this one. I still find this music super creepy. Also, I thought we fixed the water pumps. I'm so sure that we fixed this water pump. It's saying that we haven't. That's rude. Why haven't we fixed the water pump? Come on, let's fix it. Why is it not fixed? Huh, weird. Well, let's go activate them. Yeah, ghouls and zombies are fairly similar. And actually, the ones that understand what a hug is, yeah, they probably do want a hug. Yeah, we have one pump that's working. Yeah, and pump number 2, it's working! Yay! And now here it comes. A shambling mound of ragged flesh stumbles towards you. There's a look of desperation in its eyes. Please, don't shoot! The ghoul's breath reeks of rotten meat. We're not like the others. Kill it! Not kill it! You know what? It talked first. Relax, I'm not going to kill you. The ghoul's voice comes out with rasping. Thank you, stranger. Considering my condition, I had all given up hope. Who are you? I speak for the Crucifer's ghoul I speak for the Crucifer's ghoul population. The crisis strain may have ravished my body. It feebly paws at the grey, pustulant flesh that hangs from its bones. But I have retained my mind. Keep talking. We have lived down here, under the Crucifer, for years. For all that time, this place has provided refuge from the world above. We traded our labour for sustenance, both for ourselves and for our feral brothers, and we survived. But now our food supply has been interrupted, and the feral ones have gone mad with hunger. They are a danger to everyone, even us. You worked for food? Who's feeding you? The doctor, a topsider from your Crucifer. He kept us fed. The contract guaranteed it. Under the terms of our deal, he maintained the pumps that kept Crucifer's sewage flowing. In return, the doctor gave us medical waste to eat. With proper rationing, we found that we could get by on what he gave us. The Decker monitored both sides to ensure our mutual cooperation, but with her death, the doctor has reneged on his deal. Without the food guaranteed by the contract, the feral ones have gone mad, and in their madness they have made it too dangerous for us to maintain the pumps. Was this Decker named Monica by any chance? Do you mean Dr. Isabel? We know it was Monica. Yeah, we can't kill it yet. Honestly, the one in chat who wants a rocket launcher. Why am I not surprised? Doctor, do you mean Dr. Isabel? Yes, his contribution kept our community alive, helped us thrive. But now that the Decker's gone, he demanded payment for our feedings. We have no money, but he cares not. He tells us that we must find some, or he will let us starve. This Decker was named Monica by any chance? Yes, that was her name. You were a reason the sewer system took care of itself. Yes, in truth, we would still work on the pumps even without the doctor's payment. We love our occupation. It helps us to feel human. But the changes wrought by the Krieger strain require us to eat human flesh. If we don't, we wither and die. Without regular feedings, we have no choice but to hunt our food. I think I have a solution to your problem. His milky eyes widen. Ah, please, whatever you can do. Our situation is desperate. Oof. I know at least one. There's one bloodthirsty person in the chat that just wants me to kill all the ghouls. I'm gonna have a little talk with Ezekiel. I want you gone. If you leave now, I'll take your friends. If you leave now and take your friends, I won't have to kill you. He can't give us any money, and we need money to go fight a dragon. I'm not going to attack the ghouls, because as much as killing him might help, there's probably a lot more ghouls than our team can carry. I'm going to talk with the doctor. Yes, perhaps you can convince him where we could not. We have a comlink provided to us by the Decker. It is a direct line to Ezekiel's office. If you call him, he will answer. Well, guys, it is 10 o'clock already, so I'm going to leave it there for tonight and see if we can convince this doctor to stop being an asshole, really. So, yes, I hope you really enjoyed tonight. It's been nice to see... not all ghouls are sods. Don't be so rude. And also, Fallout 3 was good. So yes, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. There's been a lot of action in the chat, usually from one player, but it's been nice to see somebody a bit different in the chat too. So it's goodbye from me, Shadow Shademore, and goodbye from the realm of Shadowrun. I hope to see you on the Matrix soon.